Welcome to the Davidson Center Museum. It's all about most of the southern wall of the city, of the temple, and that is the southern wall, and a little bit of the western wall. Then we will visit as much as we can. That we would have had. That's without a hat. I do have only 30% of battery. I hope that it will be okay for that. My name is Zahi Shaked, or Isaac, whatever you want. And that's all about me. History of the city. The noise that you hear there is from Bar Mitzvah ceremonies heading to the western wall. And let's walk soon, in less than 2 minutes, on the street from the time of King Herod, and even after that. They just reopened the museum, which is nice, I must say, very impressive. I took a video of it, and you can actually watch it on my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to subscribe it. This is part of Umayyad, a Muslim palace, but it was built with Herodian stones, second temple time. That Herodian temple been destroyed at 70 AD. Wow, lot of noise, lots of happiness. That is the part that opened to the public of the Western Wall, not the plaza, not the Wailing Wall. The Western Wall plaza is just behind that ugly wooden bridge, which is the entrance to the Jewish temple. Welcome to the 1st century. We're standing on the road that was built by King Herod and later on by the rest. And it's such a beautiful place to visit. You can see the lower part of the Western Wall, but there's more. If you will enter through there, which you cannot do that, or if you will go to City of David and then climb up. So there you will see, oops, more of the Western Wall. Wait. Oh, here it is. Then there's at least another 10 meters of the Western Wall. Now, why the floor is not straight? What's happening here? 70 AD, that temple been destroyed. And let me take you out some kind of a model of the temple, and then you will understand it. Until then, you can see an inscription in Hebrew, and that is difficult for me. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. We don't know who did it, but some people believe that it was made at the beginning of the Christians, the Byzantine time, and one of the Roman emperors actually wanted to go back to the Roman religion, to skip the Christian one. Then it might be not, I don't know. But it's beautiful to see it. Then let me take it out and you will see what I'm talking about. Let's start with that. You can see here a stone. This is the foundation stone. According to the Jews, according to the book of Genesis, when God created the world, he had to start from somewhere, and that somewhere was here. Sadly, it's not under Jewish rule. It's part of the Dome of the Rock, and you can see the foundation stone. And that is the site that my father almost sacrificed me. I'm Isaac, and my father was Abraham. And that in that case, later on, it became to be the Holy of the Holy for the Jews. Then let's build the temple according to King Herod, because the wall that you see here was built in his time. And we are going to here. Where are we now? We are right here. Look at that bridge. You can see kind of a floating stone. There it is. When I came to here at 1967, I could sit on top of it. Then they excavate and find more of it. Then I'm sitting right, you see the shops here? Right here. And this is part of the bridge, but if you're talking about a shop, and if you're Christians, maybe this is the place that Jesus actually used when he poured the Testament away. Can be. Then the Western Wall Plaza of today is from here to here. Just behind that, the wall looked like a wall. When King Herod built the Jewish temple, he wanted to impress the people. Then what he did, he destroyed everything that was around the foundation stone. And that's the Holy of the Holy for the Jews. Then he created plaza, a big one, and on top of it, he built the Jewish temple. Today, it's the Dome of the Rock. The Jewish temple was between 2 to 3 times higher and bigger than the Dome of the Rock of today. Why so big? Why not? To impress, to impress, to impress. At his time, there was few entrances. This is for royals to, let's say, another palace that he built himself in Jerusalem. That's the king. I hope that you can hear me because of the noise of the bar mitzvahs, but it's beautiful. We're going to visit later on those at the southern wall to see the double gate and the triple gate. The double gate was the entrance to the temple. The triple gate was the exit. Why not the other way around? Because when you are leaving the temple, everyone lives together. But to go in, you know, it takes time until you are entering the temple. In that case, this is the story. Today it looks like that. This is the Western Wall Plaza. I'm sitting right behind here, right there. And this is the southern wall. The western wall, you can see all of it, but the plaza is only part of it. You can see the Jewish, the Muslim quarter that actually holding or using part of it. Then this is the southern wall of the temple, and this is the eastern wall of the temple together with a golden gate. Now when you know where we are, then let's look at that. And as I said, what am I seeing here? Remember the Jewish temple being destroyed at 70 AD by Vespasianus and Titus, by the Romans, and you can see the destruction of it. They threw stones on top of the floor. That's why the floor is not flat. When we came, we actually took some of the stones from here to there. Then in that case, I'm now walking in Eastern way. I mean, if you're Christian, think about Jesus. He visited the temple like every other Jew 3 times a year. Then maybe he was here. Maybe remember that is the place that he pulled them away. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Then let me organize everything back, put my bag on me, and let's hope that we will be able. I will be able to take a little bit more videos of it. Another way to see it is through here. You can see the entrance and the exit. Another name for it is Huldah Gates, and this is from the Umayyad, the Muslim place. Remember, they built so many palaces around it. On top of it, you can see a very big Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock. Today, Al-Aqsa Mosque is smaller than that, and let me see what we can see else. Another option for us to see Jerusalem 2000 years ago. The bridge that we are actually looking at it is here. This is the shop. I'm sitting at the entrance of the shop, and you can see the floating stone. This is part of it, and we're gonna visit soon the southern wall with the 2 entrances, and actually 1 exit, 1 entrance. And the street that we are walking in is right here, right here. Another option to see it, but now we can see a little bit. This is today the Western Wall Plaza of it. Look how beautiful it is. This is the bridge that we are sitting next to it, or beneath it. And I remember that I could sit here. Then this is less than, it's not in 1967, but 1967 when I came to it, that's how it looks like. I mean, the floating stone right there, and that's how it looks like at the 19th century. That is less important for us now. And we saw everything. Then we must say thanks to the tour guide, and I will bring it back to you. And you can see a little bit of the destruction. Now, what that plaza is for? The Western Wall is a Jewish synagogue, but in most of the synagogues in Israel, we are dividing men and women. Here, in that part, we can actually, men and women could reach here, and let's say bar mitzvah ceremonies, weddings, whatever, and they can actually pray next to that wall. Beautiful, isn't it? I hope that you can hear me and not the bar mitzvah parade, although if you hear the bar mitzvah parade, it's good too. Now let's continue to the southern wall. All right. Then the inscription that you saw there is from the book of Josiah, and we don't know exactly from what time. This is one of the problems. Who did it and why? Then there's so many options. Let's continue. That among the collapsed stone was one, which here it's a replica, but the original is in the Israeli Museum, and it is say to the place of the trumpeting too. Now in Second Temple time, there was someone with a trumpet that say that used to trumpet before Shabbat enters. And when it closed, you can see Lebet at Kiale. That's why we don't know the meaning of it, but they announce, he will announce the entrance and the exit. Today we're using watches. We know exactly at what time Shabbat will enter, and Shabbat enters every time in a different day. And every week in a different time, because of the moon and the sun calendar. Look how beautiful is that stone. Goes all the way to here, and that one goes all the way, look at it, until where? There. It didn't use cement. It's unbelievable. It didn't use cement. There's kind of a gap of 2 centimeters from its stone, and it's so solid that nothing happened to it through history. Even the Romans, when they destroyed the temple, they decided to leave it, most of it like that. First of all, why not to use it? Secondly, it was too difficult to destroy. King Herod knew what he's doing. And this is part of the southern wall of the temple. Battery, please stay with me until the end of the tour. It's March and it's hot. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I don't know if you saw the videos that I uploaded just before it. It was blue sky. No more blue sky. So many evidence from the past here. They're still excavating. There's still the buckets. Wow. It is beautiful. Let's continue. Last time that I did that video was, I think, 2 years ago in July. That was crazy. But we didn't work at July. That was COVID time then. I had nothing else to do. Actually lived according to through your donation in a way. If you want to have a special bar mitzvah, then it can be here. If you are richer, it can be there. Weddings as well. Not easy to walk here. I must say that I'm starving now. This is the Jewish quarter. The Jewish quarter is new. You can see that they are building one of the synagogues that used to be there. It's been destroyed by the Jordanians when they occupied the city in 1948. Let me tell you, when they announced about Palestine and Israel, the old city of Jerusalem was supposed to be owned by United Nations. Not by Israel, not by Palestine. Sadly, the Jordanians occupied Palestine and they changed the name of Palestine to the West Bank. But that part was supposed to be open to everyone. Sadly, it wasn't. Jews couldn't, not Jews, Israelis couldn't visit it until 1967. Part of the Umayyad palaces. Remember, we saw it, beautiful palaces. There's always places to drink water. Then don't feel bad, use it. It's better to use it, which is actually pure water, than to drop dead. Drink as much as you can, please. This is the end of the Umayyad palace, and we are at the southern part behind it. Although it's not mentioned in the Quran in Jerusalem, it's quite an important place for them, mainly because according to the Hadith, Muhammad reached to Al-Aqsa, and from there to the foundation stone, and he ascended into heaven. For the Jews, it's the only important place in the world. A synagogue, it's not a temple, it's not house of God, like a church. A church is a house of God. A synagogue, it's a house of prayer now. But the house of God is there for the Jews. Look how beautiful it is. City of David is right there. Siloam is there. Mount of Olives is there, and you can feel that it's dusty. It's not as clear as it used to be. And that area was the entrance of the temple. You can see only part of it. the Umayyad palace actually destroyed it. If we're looking at that, it's difficult to see it. It looks supposed to be like that. You can see what you see is only that, but we are talking about two, and with the camera it's unbelievable. When you enter, you saw it. They call it Huldah Gates. We don't know who's Huldah, for the prophet or whatever, but it's a very common name for it. Then it's supposed to be exactly, that's when you actually entering to the, when you enter to the temple. And are we going to climb up? Yes, of course we are. Al-Aqsa Mosque is right there. And remember, although we saw it, we are right here. You can see only a small part of it, which is there. But we're going to visit another three. Then, as I believe, this is the entrance and this is the exit. It's called the Ophel, which is in Hebrew to climb up. And you can understand why. Okay, let's climb up. You can see that this is the real thing and the replica is still there. Then, look at the stairs. One of them is very short, one of them is very long. Why? When you reach that area, you were already pure. You were ready to meet the house of God. Then you cannot run. First of all, if you're walking like that, and then like that, you cannot run. You cannot rush. But another reason that I believe is that when you reach that part, you could look above. Hallelujah. Now let's climb up. We are climbing up. Ophel, to climb up. Not all the stones are from the time of Jesus, sorry, of King Herod. You can see the low part is still his, but above it, it's from different times. And if you look carefully, you'll find inscription here as well. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Who said it's going to be nice? Tomorrow it's going to be 6 degrees less, but rainy. Tomorrow I'm going to visit the unknown churches of Jaffa. All right. Although it's difficult to see from here, you can see one entrance, second entrance, and the third one. But if we go backward, we will be able to see it better. Let's go there. City of David. Everything started there, the Palace of King David, the Tunnel of Hezekiah. It's such an amazing tour, and I took a tour of it, and the Siloam Pool, which I'm going to visit on Wednesday. Then everything is on my YouTube channel, then you can actually watch it. Kidron Valley, the divided Mount of Olives and us. the Jewish cemetery. The Jews believe that when the Jewish Messiah will come, and is not Jesus, they will be the first one who will resurrect. But the Mount of Olives is the place of resurrection for the Christians too. Jesus ascended into heaven from Mount of Olives and promised us to come back from the same spot. Then, I don't know if you can see it better now, because the sun is in that one. This is the second one and the third one. But the best place to see everything is to go all the way down. Wow, it's dusty. 2-3 hours ago it was clear. I don't know if you see the two skyscrapers there. Behind it, it's already Bethlehem. The Nativity Church is there and belongs to the Palestinian Authority, not to Israel. Alright, let's see if we can see it. Yes, we can! You can see it from here. Now the corner, from here you can see it better, of the southern wall. And the eastern wall is the place that we believe the devil tried Jesus after he was baptized by John the Baptist and 40 days in the desert. Then two of those tries were at the city of Jericho and one in Jerusalem at the temple. And from here you can see even the top of the Ascension Church, the place that Jesus ascended into heaven. And yes, before you will ask me, of course I do have a video of it. It's a beautiful place. Now, let's continue, please, and cross your fingers that we will have the battery will be okay, because it's the last video of today. But it's, I think, a very important video. In the way, going out of the temple, from here, oops, almost fell. But now it's the entrance to the temple, oh, the exit of the temple. What can I tell you? I think I deserve to drink coffee from the Israeli Starbucks. Yes, you deserve to do that. But on the way you will see a few things and then coffee, and I will take the bus back to the train station and to Tel Aviv, the place that I live. My heart belongs to Jerusalem, but my body belongs to so many people, and all of them are in Tel Aviv. It used to be a straight, I almost fell. It's happened to me once a day. Very slippery. Looked like a beautiful street made of marble. Marble is not from the time of King Herod. Then I assume that it's from the Byzantine time, the Roman time, and then Christian time. At night time, I do have a video of it, it's lit with so beautiful to see it at night time too. And if you're staying in Jerusalem, visit the city at night time as well. Well, let's say goodbye to the southern wall of the temple.
That's just a donation. This one right here, you mean? I didn't see that.
And you know what? Cannot say no to you. A mikveh, it's a ritual purification bath for the Jews. They had to do that before they're entering to holy sites, after the week after the woman is getting a period. It's to purify the body, not the soul. And here you can see it's called the step mikveh, and you see that there's even water now. you're entering from there, from the narrow part. You're purifying your body, just like you have been baptized. And then you're climbing from the wide area. Why the wide area? That no one will touch you. You will be able to be away from someone else that entering to the purification area. And everything here is a huge mikveh. What I'm trying to do, and I know that I might cry because of it, I will continue through there. And usually there's another gate out from there. And straight to the bus station. Then no aroma, no coffee. We are going down at the Ophel. Ophel, it's a biblical word. Remember, King David bought it from the Jebusite. He built an altar here, but he couldn't build the temple because he was punished by God. Only King Solomon built the temple. And that temple had been destroyed by the Babylonians, and later on it was built again 50 years later. Another mikveh. Oh, believe me, don't use it now, because look at the water. But if we are here, I will show you another surprise, and stay with me. Meanwhile, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Subscribe to my channel, be part of my family members. Battery, stay cool. This is a water system. It's not a mikveh, it's too big for a mikveh. But that is a mikveh. Oh, it looks like it. Yes, it is. There's so many periods of time here. Byzantine been here, the Romans been here, the Muslims built here another mikveh. Then it's when you are excavating, you are destroying. Oh gosh, see that traffic jam? I need to take a bus. I think I can go out from there. I need to take a bus, but it will take him hours to reach the light rail. What should I do? I don't know what should I do. I will do that. We'll listen to the music and charging my battery. But what? I wanted to show you that, that. Then let's go back. Don't go away. Don't go away. My mind is in the traffic jam. Like it will help me a lot. But I want to show you something very important. It's a gate. It's not from the time of King Herod. It's from the time of a different one. Earlier king. Not from the time of King David. From the time of King Solomon. First temple time, and I will try to convince you that that is one of the gates and the towers that King Solomon built. Difficult to understand? I can understand it. But those stones are not really, let's say, almost 950 years BCE, before Jesus. Ta-da-dum. There are more mikvahs, but I think you got the message. And cross your fingers that I will be able to go out from there. And I'm asking myself, should I walk back to the city? It will be faster and then take the light rail, or should I spoil myself by sitting in the bus for, I don't know, an hour? But I won't walk, because today I walked a lot. Then, guys, it was so nice to be with you. Now the mikveh, so nice to be with you. Please write whatever you want, and I will be happy to answer you. Be part of my family. Then see you. Bye bye.